Good morning, everyone. This is BremSter, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Whispered Sums by AverageCrow. What's an unaverage crow? Anyway, this is a puzzle that was recommended, so I'm looking forward to giving this one a try. Now, one of the things to bear in mind is if you look above the rules, there is a line which is a rule summary, and it says in there that this has a killer variant in it. The last time I had a killer variant in a puzzle, there were a lot of comments on the puzzle that people didn't notice that the puzzle had the killer rule wasn't standard, and that's why I put above that the killer rule is variant. You just have to look at that line and see that there is a variant, and then the rules are listed in a bullet point, so you can jump straight to you can quickly find which is that rule and go to it. You don't have to read the entire block of text. You can literally read the rule summary and then jump to the rule that is relevant to find out what's different. I do that very deliberately so that people can quickly find the bit that's different. So I try and make that a thing to make it as easy for people to find what's different. So seeing so many comments of people saying, oh, I missed that the rule was different, I try and make it as clear up there as I can. So please try and make advantage of the tools that I try and put at your disposal. There is a killer variant in this puzzle. So let's have a look at it. So Whispered Sums by AverageCrow. So normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, we have to place the digits 1 to 9 without repeats. Cells separated by a white dot contain consecutive digits. Cells separated by a black dot contain digits in a 1 to 2 ratio. Not all dots are given. It is Kropki Pairs. We don't state that all other constraints are given, so I've kind of come around to that one. Cells separated by a V contain digits that sum to 5. Cells separated by an X contain digits that sum to 10. Along green lines, digits must differ by at least 5. And digits in cages may not repeat, and the sum of a cage is determined by the sum of the digits along the green line within that box. So, for example, in this cage, the sum of this cage is the same as the sum of those 3 digits, because the sum of the 3 digits on the green line here will be the same as the sum of the digits in the cage. Really interesting. Now, the example given, which will be in the description and in the puzzle, but I don't really have room for stuff above, so I don't always give examples, is if box 7 has the digits 1, 8, and 2 along the line within that box, then the killer cage must sum to 11, which is 1 plus 8 plus 2. That's what we know. Okay, I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So, this is a German whisper puzzle, so for reasons which I'll go into now, I'm going to be colouring high-low. So, yeah, I'm going to be colouring high-low. And we know that you can never put 5 on a German whisper line, because if you put 5 on a German whisper line, there is no other digit that is 5 or more away within 1 to 9. If you go down, you'll hit 0 or lower. If you go up, you hit 10 or higher. So every digit will exist either below 5 or above 5. And every digit below 5 is not 5 away from every other digit below 5. The 2 furthest away are 1 and 4, and they're only 3 apart. Similar, above 5, the digits above 5, 6 and 9 are the furthest apart you can get while staying above 5, and they're only 3 apart. So every digit... if you have a digit on a line that is below 5, the digit that is next to it must be above 5. And the digit above 5, the digit that is next to it must be below 5, which means along the lines, you'll always alternate. Below 5, above 5, below 5, above 5, or as we call it, alternating polarity, or just high-low, high-low, high-low. Now, we know that you can never put a digit above 5 on a V clue, because it would be 6 and minus 1, 7 and minus 2. So these are all low digits on V clues, and I'm going to use that to get started, because this line now must alternate. This must be high, this must be high, this must be high. I use yellow for high. This must be low, and you know that an X clue always must be a high and a low digit, because 2 digits that sum to 10, you can't use 5, 5, therefore, because they can't see each other. I mean, 5 plus 5 does sum to 10, but it doesn't work on an X clue. So you will have to use 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6. This is a low digit, so that becomes a low digit, that becomes a low digit, and that becomes a low digit. These become high digits by the alternating polarity on the line. This is low, so that's low, and that's low. So by alternating polarity across the line, these will become high. Now, can I do anything with this line yet? I'm not sure. Now this is either 4 and that's 5, or these are both low. Now what can I determine? Now these sum to 10 plus a high digit. So this cage sums to at least 16. This is a different V clue to this one. If this is 1, 4, this is 2, 3, because if they were both the same, these would all be the same digits. But I'm not sure what to do with that. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4. This can't be a 1, because if this is a 1, that would have to be a 2, because it's the only thing in a 1 to 2 relationship, and that would have to be a 2. So this can't be a 4. And it couldn't be a 4 either because of the whisper line. There might be something going on here, actually. I'm really not sure where to start this. Like, this is 1, 2, or 3. I can't put 4 here, because if this was a 4, the only digit that is 5 away from 4 is 9, and these would both be 9. This is 1, 2, or 3, so this is 7, 8, or 9. But that could be a 6. There is a low digit, right? Where are the 5s? Because you can never put 5 on a line. 5 is in one of those. No, I don't think that's it either. 5 is in one of those. One of these has to be, right, here we go. You can never put 5 on a line. 5 has to be in one of those, and you can never put 5 on a black dot. Here's the start. You can never put 5 on a black dot, because if you put 5 on a black dot, the ratios are 2.5 and 10, which doesn't work. This is a 5. The only low digit consecutive with 5 is 4, so this is the 1. This is either 2 or 8. Now, I've got 2... Actually, I'm not sure on that one either. But these are from 2, 3, 4. That's 4, that's 6. This can't be 6, so this can't be 4, because this couldn't be 6, because then these would both have to be 1. So this is 7, 8, 9, and it can't be 9, because that can't be 1. So this is 7 or 8. And this can't be 2, 8, because then that would be broken. This is 3 and 7. That's very cool. So that's not a 3. This is either 4, 1, or 2, 3, and it can't be 2, 3. This is 4 and 1. The 4 goes next to a 9. This is very smooth. I like it. The 1 means this is 2, 3, which means this is 1 or 4. If that's a 4, these would both have to be 9, and I can't put a 9 there. This is a 1. I'll have to get to the sum of these cages at some point. Now, I have to put 1 in one of these 3 cells by Sudoku, because I can't put it in any of those, because these ones eliminate it. These are both high digits. This is 1 and 9. 9 is in one of those 2. This is 7, 8, 9. It can't be 6, because 6 would also require that one to be 1. This is 2, 3, or 4. Okay, 7 can only go next to 1 and 2, because 3 and 4 are too close to 7. 3 can only go next to 8 and 9. All of the other high digits are too close. This could be any high digit, which is a bit, except 7, 6, 8, and 9. Okay. Okay. Now this can't be a 6, so that's 7, 8, 9. But if these are both high, these would both be, sorry, if this is high, then this would be high. And this would be 6. If this is, so this would be 8. This could be, yeah, this would be 6, 1. And that would have to be 9. If this is 8, this is 9. If this is 2, I've got 3 low digits. This would be low, and it'd have to be 1. Could it be 3? Not sure. 139, I think. Okay, what could this be? You must put a low and an even digit onto this. Could this be 3 or 4? Okay, I've got to look at the killer. I've got to look at the killer. I really do. So these 2 digits have the same sum as these 2 digits, because this is both in the cage and on the line. So if this is a 4, this is a 9, these would sum to 13, these would have to sum to 13. How would I make those? Actually, this is the problem. This is the problem. If this is 3, these would have to be 8, 9. And 3, 8, 9 is 20, and that would have to be a 15. This is not a 3. If this is a 2, hang on, yeah, if this is even a 2, these would have to be at least 15, because I couldn't put a 6 on it. And this would be 17, which means 5, this would have to be 12. This has to be a 1. And 6 plus 1 plus 7. Can I even make this work? What's the maximum I can make this? 5 plus 9 is 14. And the minimum I could make this is 617, which is 14. So this is 617, and this is 239. That's really cool. Which means this is 14. And these are from 2, 3, 8, 9. Must contain a 3. But these contain 5, 6, and 7. So the total here, because I can't put 5, 6, or 7 in any of those, so the total here is at least 18. So if this was 2, 3, and something, I wouldn't hit the total. So this must contain 2 high digits. So these are the high digits. These are the 8, 9. This is the 3. This is the 2. So the total is actually, it better actually work, because these sum to 20, and 2, 5, 6, 7, which is what I've got left over, is 20. So that does work. There's no 2 there. That's, again, really cool. I like this as a concept. So this is low, this is low, this is low. Those are low digits. These are high digits. This is the 2 because it's the only digit that's left. This is 3 or 4. 3 would go with 6. 4 would go with 2 or 8, but it can't be 2. So this is 6 or 8. And that means that's a high digit. The 9 looks down, making that the 8 and that the 9. This is high. It could be 6, 8, or 9. This can't be a 6. So this is 8 or 9. And the 9, of course, makes that the 8, which makes that the 9. There's no 8 here. This is 6 or 9. These are 5, 6, and 9. And there's no 9 there. Oh, there's no 5. That's the 6. That's the 9. 5 in the middle of the grid. It's amazing how often 5 in the middle of the grid happens. 9 must be in one of those two by Sudoku. 8 can't be there or there. 8's in one of those three. 9... No, that 9. That's not the 9. That's the 9. There we go. Okay. This triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Less helpful than I thought. Significantly less helpful than I thought. It's probably the math here. Like this is... Got to put a... Oh, that's a 5 by Sudoku. And these are 6, 8, 9 by Sudoku, which meaning they're high digits. That's not a 9. So there's a 3 in one of those two, and a 1 in one of those two. So this is a high digit. So it's a 6 or a 7. This is now a 5, 6, 7 triple. So Yeah, the 3 had to go down here because of the 2, 3 looking across. The 1 is here because of the 1 looking down. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can't put 5 there. So this is a high digit, so it can't be 8 or 9, so it's 6 or 7, giving me a 5, 6, 7 triple. So 5 is in those and not in those, but it means that can't be a 6. That's interesting. I don't know what I'm doing with it. So these sum to 10 plus whatever that digit is. This is 1, 2, 3, and it's, oh, this is just a 2 because it had to be 1, 2, 3. It can't be 4, or that would have to also be a 9, and it sees a 1 and a 3. So that's just a 2. This is 6, 7, or 8, and it's not 8. This is 6 or 7. It can't be 6 because it sees 2s. That's the 7. So the 7 comes out of those. 7 is in one of those two, which puts 7 in one of those two. So this is now 6 or 8, giving me a 6, 8 pair. But this is now either, oh, well, it can't be 6 or 8. So it sees 1, sees 2. Oh, this is the 3 because of the 1, 4 pair. That's been there for way too long. So this is actually a triple. Let's do it this way. But this is going to be the 5 because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, the 6 makes this the 8. 6, 7, because 7 is in the box. 8, 9. But the 2 makes that the 5, and the 5 comes out of here. So this is 2, 7, and I know what these all are, and they better sum to 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 and 6 is 9, 4 and 5 is 9. They sum to 18, which is the sum is that which is called. The 3 comes out of there. The 2, 3 looks over, making that the 7 and that the 2. I think I can get rid of the colouring now. I think I can get rid of the colouring now. Here's hoping. The 8 and the 9 look across, making that the 7, which means this has to be the 2 because 7 can't go next to... the only low digit 7 can go next to is 1 and 2. So the sum of these is 10. So these two digits have to sum to 9. So there's no 9 in it because it'd have to be 9, 0. I can't use 1, 1, 8. I can't use 2, 7. This is either 3, 6 or 4, 5. So 3, 6 or 4, 5. Now this can't be a 5, so this can't be a 4 because you can't put 5 on a black dot. If this was a 3 or a 6, this can't be 3, 6, because if this is 3, 6, this would have to be 3, 6. This is 4, this is 5. So you'd have 3, 6 here and 3, 6 here, and that would be broken. That's very cool. That takes 5 out of both of those. So that takes 4, 6 out of both of those. I like that. That's a really nice trick. This has to be 2 or 8, and 2 is not available, so that's the 8. That's really nice. The 2 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 2. That's... I think that's really pretty. 3 and 6 go into those cells. So this is 4, 5, or 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 4, 5, 8 go into those, but it has to be consecutive with 3, so it's 4, taking 4 out of those. I'd completely forgotten about that consecutive dot, or I'd never looked at it. Just didn't get to it yet. I'd been looking at other stuff. The 5, 8 makes that the 4, which makes that the 1 and that the 4, which means this isn't the 1 and that's the 1. The 5, 6, 7 here, of course, makes that the 8 and that the 5, which makes that the 9. The 9 looks up, taking 9 out of there. The 4, 6 looks across, making that the 8, which looks down, making that the 6, which looks across, taking 6 out of both of those. So that's the 2, that's the 7, and I take 7 out of there, and this becomes a 5, 6 pair. Not sure how to resolve that yet. Oh, the 5, 6 though makes that the 7, and these are 3 and 8. And I'll use that 8 to make that the 3 and that the 8. The 3 looks up, making that the 2 and that the 3. Let's look at this triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. There's a 4, 7 here, so this becomes the 6. And the 7 looks across, making that the 4 and that the 7. Okay, this triple. 1, 4, 8. There's a 4, 8 there, so that becomes the 1, and I take the 1 out of there, and I'll use that 8 to make that the 4 and that the 8. The 4 looks up, making that the 6 and that the 4. The 6 looks down, making that the 5 and that the 6. The 5 looks up, making that the 3 and that the 5. The 3 looks across, making that the 6 and that the 3. And now I'm just down to a single box. 1 can't go there or there because of those. 1 can't go there, so this is the 1. The 3 can't go in any of those because of the 3s in the row, and that 3 knocks out that one. 3 goes here. 5, 5, and 5. Place 5 there. 6, 6, and 6 means 6 goes here. These are now 7 and 8, and the 7 means that's the 8 and that's the 7. 17 minutes, 26 seconds with full explanation. Yeah, that's a coffee break puzzle. I think people get more value out of me doing the full explanation, and I do. I enjoy it more than rushing through and just going digit, 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 digit. I enjoy doing it this way, so that's what I'm going to keep doing. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for Whispered Sums, AverageCrow. That was a good puzzle. I really liked the way that these cages, this one in particular, I liked the way that you learned how these cages were going to work, and were then able to use it both from whisper line forcing cages and then cages forcing whisper line. Really nice stuff. That was cool. Just a nice little twist, but please note the killer variant listed at the video at the top. It's there for a reason. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying everything, and as always, good luck with your solving.